YouTubesters, so I'm back with the rest, or at least another, Juju crafting video. So if you've watched the other ones, you should have, something along these lines. So we have the, sigil and the intention, we have the soul, it's been named, the seal has been placed upon it, we have the incanting circle, everything's ready, we just need to actually do the birthing ritual. In the playlist, I have a video that shows you how to do an origami egg box. If you want to do that to symbolize the womb, that's fine. I don't have the paper for that, and when I tried it with the copy paper, it just didn't work out. So I'm just going to be using this. My original way I did it was actually with a coffin box, but I don't have that with me. So I'm using this in place of a coffin box. It's kind of just functioning as the same thing. Well, the coffin box is more of a death thing, but it can kind of symbolize the same thing as a womb. If you have a big enough cauldron, you could use that as well. In fact, sorry about that, y'all. It's nighttime, as you can tell, and that light doesn't like to stay on. I'm really determined to try and get back into doing these videos with y'all and getting this video series done. So there's no specific way in which you're going to fold this, but we are going to fill this up with herbs and intentions. So, you just want to use some type of salt. I'm going to be using some Celtic salt. Just put down a nice little bed of it. So that's good. This is going to function as basically as a purifier, and it's going to bring about kind of like a good fortune in favor type of deal. So I'm just going to enchant this real quick. And the next thing you want to add, I'm going to be adding magnolia tepals. No, they're not petals, because they're actually a prehistoric flower, and I really want to do a video talking about these, but this is going to be added for like that love, fidelity, and well, loyalty and fidelity are kind of the same, but it's going to be added for that aspect. So I know that a lot of people use rose as a substitute for all flowers, so if you want to do that, you can. I never really feel like rose has that loyalty aspect, but that's what you're basically going for, is you want, this is gonna have no matter what you make the Juju for, even if it's not for a loving concept, this is supposed to be kind of like your child, so it's going to always love you and be loyal to you. So that's what this is for. Not necessarily that the Juju is going to be loving in and of itself, but that it's going to be loyal to you, and because it's loving, it's going to be loyal to you, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to enchant this. So it's basically acting like the Juju is your child, and it's going to love and be obedient and loyal to what it is you're wanting it to do. Pardon me. There we go. So the next thing we're going to use is a cinnamon stick. I think I'm just going to use half. I was gonna grind it, but I think I'll just break it. And this is gonna be as acting as an activator, and that's pretty much also keeping the spirit of your Juju protected. as well as that psychic bond being fostered, and that connection being established. So I'm gonna enchant that. And oof, where is the last thing I'm going to be adding is some ginger root. Actually, just a little piece of ginger root. Oh, that's a little big. Dang, that's kind of big too. They're all kind of big pieces. So the ginger root is going to be acting as a kind of a grounding agent in a way, but also as an activator. So activating it into the physical realm. I'm just trying to break it down a little bit to make it a little more pliable. Well, alright, that's not breaking down anymore. But, so that's basically activating, or being an activator like the cinnamon, but in a physical sense, and in rooting it and bringing it into the physical and making it a more realistic being. And so then what you want to do with this is that you're just going to, oh, let me activate that real quick, or enchant it. Alright, and now you want to take this, and you basically are just going to fold it up until it fits in your coffin box, or egg box, or cauldron, or whatever you're using to basically function as as a womb, essentially. And you're going to leave this on here for 9 days. And you're just gonna let it gestate, because you've already enchanted things that are going to activate it and bring it to life. I'm gonna do one more activation with it closed, and you do want a lid, so that way nothing like bothers it and keeps it nice and safe and protected, incubating and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna enchant this one more time. There's really no specific words of power. If there were, I would have shared those with you. But the intention is basically activating this and it gestating. And kind of like a pregnant woman is always around their baby and talking to it and everything like that, you're gonna come to this and talk to it and connect with it and rub it like it's your belly, and really get into that mindset that this is a real being, even though it's not a corporeal being, even though it's not a human. It is a spiritual entity that's coming to life and going to be working with you, and in a lot of ways going to be your child. So you really want to just play with that psyche a lot and make it as realistic as possible. And of course, if you're rubbing it, rub it Yosul, Sunwise, for activation and creation. This is all symbolizing the conception of the egg and the sperm. And if you need to, set an alarm to make sure that you touch it and kind of enchant it and talk to your Juju. It's really important. It's going to establish a strong connection like you would for a real corporeal human baby child. So, like I said, set an alarm to go off every day for 9 days. That way it lets you know when to do it, or reminds you to do it, and also when the 9 days is up. You do it for 9 days to symbolize the 9 months, and after that we're just basically going to be doing well, I guess you could say the rest of the birthing ritual, and then when you take it out of here on the 9th day, we are going to actually be constructing its form. Just because unless you use the coffin box, or some box that would fit it, if you're using the cauldron, you're gonna have to fold it kind of like that and then do the form later. But yeah, so we're gonna be taking it out and folding it into a human form. And if you don't already, you want to get a jar that's going to fit in it. It's going to stand in your jar, and we're going to be putting some herbs in here as well. This is not going to be a wet jar. This is going to be a dry jar. But you don't shake it, and yeah. So make sure you have your jar that's going to fit your humanoid figure. Like I said, if you're doing a 9 by 9 inch square, there's a 3-inch shrinkage, and it's going to be a 6-inch tall figure with some bend to it. So as long as you have like a 6-inch jar, you should be good. This, if I remember correctly, I took a long sabbatical on this before filming more videos, so I don't remember, but I think it's 8.5 by 8.5. So that means it should be a 5.5 inch tall figure. But it should still fit in here. And if it's a little squish and it's a little bit of a knee bent, that's fine. As long as it's not like tremendously crushing your Juju. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for being so patient and waiting for me to come back and do more of these videos. I know by the time y'all see them, it's going to be all cohesive in one, you know, mini-series, but thank y'all for being so patient. I'm hoping to get more videos done, but let's just focus on getting this mini-series done. That's it. So I'll be back in 9 days to finish this off, and as always, abundant and eternal blessings. Mwah.